Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. I am your maths faculty Arpita Sharma. Students, we are learning quadratic equation, okay? So, starting with the writing name here of our chapter, that is quadratic equation. We have done a little chit chat about this. We have considered some theory and it's now to do some theory with some numerical, right? So, the first equation, reducible to quadratic equation. Students, before going with this topic, I'd like to tell you that you'll be having so many types of equation. Squaring may work sometimes you can multiply it with something and then it can work. Okay, so now you will not having this particular format a square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So, till now you have this format with you and you did then the calculation. Now, what will happen? You will be having different type of situations in your quadratic equation. Then you have to do something like squaring or adding or multiplying things, okay, and then you will reduce that thing, that particular equation in this form, and now you know how to deal with this equation. So, there are different ways, there are different type of quadratic equation and we will learn how to solve these all equations one by one, okay. So, no hurry, don't worry, right. Equation reducible to quadratic equations. Some equations you will be finding in the form of power 4. Now, if the power is 4, that is not a quadratic equation actually, is it? But we can find out the roots here. How? We can reduce this equation to a quadratic equation. How? Let's see. You're having this type 1 equation of the form ax raised to power 4. Next term should be bx raised to power 2. X raised to power 2 and x raised to power 4 is the key here to identify these kind of equation. Plus constant. No x, right? Only constant here. So, x raised to power 4, x raised to power 2 and the constant equals to 0. If this is your equation, what will you do? You will just substitute x square equals to y. Now, what will happen to this? You are given with the equation x raised to power 4 plus bx raised to power 2 plus c equals to 0. This is our type 1 equation. Now, if I'm putting x square equals to what? Y. I'm putting x square equals to y. So, what will it become? X square plus bx square plus c equals to 0 and that will convert into a. Now, x square is what? Y. So, y and here square plus b. Y square is what? Sorry, x square is what? Y. So, I will write y plus c equals to 0. Now, this is quadratic equation. So, I can find the roots of this equation, right. So, when I will be having the value of y, I will somehow find it the value of x. Okay, students. So, this is how you will calculate the roots of a quadratic, not a quadratic equation, but an equation whose degree is 4, but is in the form of ax raised to power 4 plus bx raised to power 2 plus c equals to 0. So, if you are finding it little bit difficult for you guys to understand it in this manner, that how will you further process it, then we can just have an example of it. Solve the following equation. Now, look at this equation carefully. Constant can be anything. So, here it is 1. Constant can be anything. So, it is 26 of minus here. So, basically, it's same format. A x to the power 4 plus B x to the power 2 plus C equals to 0, right? Now students, don't confuse with this minus, because this minus can be reduced to x to the power 4 plus minus of 26 x to the power 2. So, it's of no worry. Okay. Right. Now, how will I solve this? Talking about the solution part, here, talking about the solution part, given equation is x to the power 4 minus 26x square plus 25 equals to 0. Isn't it? Now what I have to put? Somehow I will modify it in the term of x square, that can be written as x to power 2 whole power 2, that is square, minus 26, okay, x square plus 25 equals to 0. Now put x square equals to y. Now if x square equals to y, then this equation will convert into y square minus 26y plus 25 equals to 0. Now, how can I solve it further? I am having this 1 multiplied by 25 as factors. So, how can I write in a manner in addition or subtraction that it will give me 26. So, 25 plus 1 gives me 26. Now, the sign is minus. So, what will I do? I will write y square here, minus 25y here, minus y here and plus 25 here, and you will equal it to 0. Okay. Now, what will I do? You know this. Tell me. Yes. Take y common. Y minus 25 here. Then now minus y. So, minus y here. So, 1 minus 1 common. So, minus 1. Okay. So, that will be y. Now, minus will be here. 25 equals to 0. Now, this is what? It will give you y minus 25 and y minus 1 equals to 0. Now, come into the next portion of this question, because you have just find out value of y. So, just don't leave this question here, students, because you have not asked about to y here. You have asked about x. So, if you manipulate this, it's your duty to solve it out, right? It's actually like this only. So, what will we do? We'll be saying that y equals to 25 and y equals to 1. Okay, but what we did? We assumed y equals to x square, but y equals to x square. This implies that 25 equals to x square and 1 equals to x square. Now, if 25 is equals to x square, can I just simply say that x square equals to either 5 square or x square equals to minus 5 square. So, the basic concept is the value of x from here can be what? X should be equals to plus minus 5, and same here, x should be equals to plus minus 1 here. So, basically it was an equation in degree of 4. Okay, now 4 degrees, so you have to find out the 4 values, 4 roots of equation. Now you have find out it by the simple quadratic equation method. Okay, so it's simple in this way. So, x equals to plus 5, minus 5, 1, minus 1 are what? Roots of this equation. So, this is what? This is your answer. So, is it easy to find out? Right, students? So, now you can do these kind of question. Okay. Now, what is the next type, student? This we have read. So, it's simple. It's simple. It's tricky. Okay, let's find out another method. It will be another interesting method here. Okay. So, let's move. Type 2, equation of the form px plus q by x equals to r. Now, what is irritating you here? You can deal with this px, it's simple. But q by x, that will be x to the power minus 1. Now, this is what? We are not going to deal with such kind of equation. But we can. How? We can just simply multiply it by x. This equation by x. What is our motive? To transpose it to this equation, this beautiful equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, because we know how to solve this equation. Okay, so what will I do? I'll be having this px, okay, I'll be having this plus q and divided by x equals to r. Now, I am doing this, that I am having this x, 1 by x. So, I am multiplying this complete equation by x here. So, to equate this, I have to just multiply this by x also. Alright, students. So, what will it become? Px square plus q. X will be cancelled out here, equals to rx. Now, transpose it here. Px square minus rx plus q equals to 0. Now, this is again our familiar equation. So, we just converted this equation into this format. Now, it's easy to handle with this equation for us because we are familiar with this kind. So, multiply each term by x, solve the quadratic equation obtained to get the non-zero values of x. Simple. How it's so simple? How can I so assure you that this is simple actually? Okay, we should do a question on this. Right. Okay. Solve x plus 5 by x equals to 6. Again, this is the same manner. Right. So, what we will do, we will be just parting here and start a solution. So, given equation is equals to x plus 5 by x equals to 6. Now, what is our procedure? Just follow the procedure and you will have your answer. So, I will be doing just multiply by x on both sides. We all know, students, that multiplying, dividing, adding, subtracting on the both side of equation does not change its value. So, the equation is same. So, x plus 5 by x multiply by x will be equals to 6x. Okay. Then, it will give you the new equation here, x square plus 5 equals to 6x, or I just can rewrite it as x square minus 6x plus 5 equals to 0. Now, this is the one equation we are waiting for. Now, we know what to do. We have solved these kind of equations in the class 9, in the class 8. So, we can just do that very quickly. X square minus 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. So, 5 and 1. So, these two factors, so 5 is prime and 1 is prime. So, nothing can be done here. Just simply write 5x minus and minus x plus 5 equals to 0. Now, take common, follow that procedure. You will be having here x minus 5. Now, if you take common 1 here, that 1 here, you will be finding x minus 5 again. So from these two terms, you can take this x minus 5 common, and if you take this x minus 5 common, you will be remaining with x minus 1 equals to 0. What does that mean? That x equals to 5 and x equals to 1. So this is what? Roots of your equation, and thus you got the answer or the value of x. Okay, solve that. Right, students, so note it. I am going to rub this. Okay. Now, finished? No. We have some more equations categories in our bucket list. Type 3 equation, where you have to deal with this square root. Now it spoils your mood when it comes to some equation. You have to solve it and you will be finding it with a root. So what will you do? Just eliminate it. Just eliminate who is spoiling your mood. Okay. So how can you do this? How can you do this? You can just simply do this by, if you are given with this, a minus x square whole root equals to bx plus c. Okay. So basically, this a minus x square equals to bx plus c is your equation that you have to solve. Do what? Square on both sides. Square on both sides. Now students, you will be having a minus x square equals to bx plus c whole square. Now understand, when you will solve this square, this will be in term of, because here it's a degree 1. So when you solve this, that will be a square plus b square plus 2ab. So the highest degree will be what? Of x is equals to 2. So that will be a quadratic equation this side, and in this side if you see, you are having power 2. So here power 2, here power 2, maximum power is 2. So it will give you a quadratic equation, and that will, when you transport all the terms to your LHS and all the terms here, right, in the LHS, and in RHS you will be remaining with only 0. So that will give you again what is the formula of your, what is the standard format of your equation, x square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So you will be finding this particular format. Okay, so let's try some questions, some numerical on this. Here you have given it with that the square both sides to get minus x square. How you get it? When you solve, you will get this minus x square equals to bx plus c whole square. Now simplify it to get a quadratic equation. Solve the quadratic equation, obtain, and done. Okay. Now let's solve the question. Let's do some exercise, because exercise is students what? Good for health. Okay. Solve this. These are two questions. Root x plus 2x equals to 1. Okay. So this is this is given equation is root x plus 2x equals to 1. Right. So if it is equals to 1, then I'll just do what? I'll have this particular root term in this RHS and sorry, it's LHS. So in this LHS, and will transpose all the values from this RHS. Okay, I can do this, right? So it will become root x equals to 1 minus 2x. Now if you will square it, it will become squaring both sides. That will give you what? Root x square equals to 1 minus 2x whole square, right? So it will give you x square. Now a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay. So what will it become? X square equals to 1 now plus 4x square minus 4x. Now students, what I have told you, just transpose all the equation to the one side and transpose 0 to the another side. Okay, so that will become 4x square minus x square minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. This will give you nothing but 3x square here minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. Now 3 multiplied by 1, 3 multiplied by 1 equals to 3 and 3 plus 1 equals to 4. So you will be picking these two factors and write it in this form: minus 3x minus x plus 1 equals to 0. Now that will give you 3x common, x minus 1 here, minus 1 common, and x minus 1 here also equals to 0. So if you go in this part, come here students, on this part of board, 3x minus 1 and x minus 1 equals to 0. So it will become 3x equals to 1 and x equals to plus 1. Now x equals to 1 by 3 and x equals to 1. So these are to what? The root of the given equation. This is your answer. Solve it, students. Okay students, so noted it, right? So we have done this root x plus 2x equals to 1, and we have provided with one more equation that we have to solve. So let's talk about that. Okay. Okay. So students, here the solution where the given equation is root 3x square minus 2 plus 1 equals to 2x. Now students, if you are having some additional term and or you know some term which is subtracting from this term which is having root, and some term which is adding to this term which is having root, so what you do, just transpose all the other terms in the other hand side, and that will become what? That will give you root x square minus 2 equals to 2x minus 1. Correct. Now what will I do? Simple squaring both sides. Squaring both sides will give me what? Do it fast with me. Even you have to do it before me. Just have your copy pen always with you when you are watching this lecture. So I'll be just squaring both sides. That will become 3x square minus 2. That will become a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay. So what will it become? 3x square minus 2 equals to 4x square plus 1 minus 4x. Okay. Now it will become 4x square minus 3x square minus 4x plus 1 plus 2 equals to 0. Okay. 0 in this right hand side and all other terms here. This will give you x square minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. 3 multiplied by 1 is what? 3 multiplied by 1 is 3 and 4x. So that will become x square minus 3x minus x plus 3 equals to 0. So come to that portion of board. Again here that will be x in the common and x minus 3 here. Again, minus 1 in the common and x minus 3 here equals to 0. That will give you x minus 3 equals to 0 and x minus 1 equals to 0. So, the value of the roots x will be equals to plus 3 and x equals to 1. Okay, students, so note this question. Here you can find out the roots like this. Okay. Okay, students, now what is next? Next is what? Let's find out. We are having some theory here. For what? For our benefit, so that we can know the procedure of solving the question. So, problems on quadratic equation. For problem solving based on quadratic equation, the following steps must be adopted. The number 1 step is what? Read the given statement of the problem carefully to find the required unknown quantity. Now, it's not like this that you have to provide it with some equation also. You have some questions like this, the theory questions that you have to understand, and then you have to make the equations according to the statement given. So, you should analyze that what is saying, right? Now, read the given statement of the problem carefully to find the required unknown quantity. Okay. Now, take the unknown quantity as x. What will you do? Like in example, the sum of the squares of 2 consecutive whole numbers is 61. Find the numbers. So, you have to find the numbers. So, these numbers will be considered as x here. Okay. So, this is one that read the given statement of the problem carefully to find out the required unknown quantity. Take the unknown quantity as x. You have to take the unknown quantity as x always. And according to the given statement, form an equation in term of x. Now, you will be provided with some data, with some information. You have to use that information by analyzing it and form an equation. Okay, it may look like a complex one, but it's very easy. Okay, when we'll be doing the question on this, you will find it very easy. Okay, now simplify and solve the equation. Now, you have the equation. Now, these two steps are new only. You just have to understand what the examiner is saying, what the question is saying. Now, you are having this equation at the end of these 2 steps that you have done. Now, you will be having this equation and you know what to do with these kind of equation. Very well, I have taught you here, right? So, these are some questions, students. We have asked the sum of the squares of 2 consecutive whole numbers is 61. Find the numbers. It's simple. You just assume that the number is x. If one number will be x, then the second whole number will be equals to what? X plus 1. Now, square sum is given. So, the sum of first number is, square of first number is x, second number is x plus 1. So, square of x will be equals to x square plus square of second number x plus 1 whole square, right, equals to what? Equals to 61 given. Okay. So, you are having your equation here. You are having your equation that x plus 1 whole square plus x square equals to 61. Now, transpose the 61 here in this side and open this box x plus 1 whole square and then calculate the value, form the quadratic equation, and your answer is here. Okay, we'll look all these questions, right, one by one in our next session, students. Till then, what you have to do, just revise these chapters, not this chapter, but these lectures on this particular chapter, and then we will meet the next lecture, students. Till then, take care. Thank you.